Losers pro Martin Mian. Number 2, Adrian Diamonds.
So warm welcome on the European Championship in Rugby 15, which will be held for the upcoming week here in Prague. This championship is starting today with the category under 18, and it is combined also with a tournament for under 20. And the first games of the second we will see just tomorrow. But for today we are ahead of the very first match, which will be between two very close rivals. And this is not just about territorial proximity, but it's also about performance, because Belgium and Netherlands, probably the most interesting game of the day one, the clash between team number 4 from the last year, which was Belgium, and team number 5, which is the Netherlands. It is great that here at Stadium Marketa in Prague, Czechia, we have groups of both fans from Belgium and also the Netherlands, as we can see currently. And I believe that those fans and also you watching with us will be witness of a very interesting game. The two teams, the Netherlands and Belgium, met already twice this year, and in one case it was Belgium, the winning side, in the other the Netherlands. So it's really difficult at the moment to make some bets who will be the better side. We will just need to wait and see. And the match is going to start in some 8 minutes. Maybe a few more words still now at the beginning about the upcoming tournament. So we have really busy schedule today. There will be rugby at this field for the whole day. Right after this game between Belgium and the Netherlands, we will see starting at 12 hours 20 minutes local Prague time, a game between Portugal and Romania. Then 14:50, so just 10 minutes before 3 p.m. it will be a game between Georgia, Switzerland, and then finally the evening game at 20 minutes past 5, Spain and Czechia. What will be interesting is that then right after we end the last 4th game of under 18 championship today, there will be also a Super Cup game between local Bohemia Rugby Warriors and the Brussels Devils. So this is not the last time we see Belgian players on the field. Right now they are gathering in the tunnel, also with the match officials and also with their opponents. About the match officials today, just a short introduction. The referee of this game is Mr. Papuna Kikaberidze in the blue jersey from Georgia, and his assistants will be Czech referees Mr. Štěpán Čekal and Tomáš Tuma. And now as we can hear the Rugby Europe anthem, both teams are gathering to stand against the stands and hear their national anthem. Dutch anthem and followed by Belgian one, and now both teams are ready to begin their first match of the Rugby Europe U18 Championship. The Netherlands playing in the typical orange jerseys, Belgium in white. We can now see the replay of the coin toss which took place before the game between the captains and the main referee. The Netherlands starting with the kickoff now. We can also see the lineup, 15 men that were chosen by Allard Jonkers for the very first game. Each team will play 3 matches on the tournament. The system is knockout, and what is a very challenging element for all the teams is that they will play in just 8 days 3 games. So that will be very challenging, but now at least for today all the players should be 100% ready, and we can also see the excitement. And now Mr. Hikabaridze blown his whistle, and the Rugby Europe U18 Championship is just starting. And it's starting with a good receive of the ball by the Belgian players, who managed to kick the ball out to the half of the Netherlands. Because one of the receiving players from the Netherlands had issues when catching the ball. He was the last player to touch the ball, therefore Belgium will have the advantage of their line-out throw. Promising situation and attack by the Belgian side. Unfortunately, there was a forward pass, so the Dutch team will have their scrum. Let's say 25, 27 meters away from their goal line, and the first scrum of this game. So we definitely one of the first tests of the both sides. Something that will either boost or may quite considerably harm the confidence of the teams. First table scrum, and Sting now behind Zealand, crushing with the ball. Now Dutch backs are trying their luck on the left side. Dutch team is advancing forward quite successfully. And Dorenbol decides to make a box kick, putting the Belgian defense under pressure, but now it's actually one of the Belgian backs who managed to push the ball onto the midfield. This is a penalty for the Netherlands. That was good work by the Dutch defenders, who managed to create a pressure on one of the Belgian players. And that player with the ball has not released the ball as the referee would like to see, so penalty kick for the Netherlands, which will be followed by the line out for the same team. We are now close to the 22-meter line, and the first opportunity for the Netherlands to test a little bit more the Belgian defense. So I said that these teams know each other very well. Or the 2 test matches played this year. Good throw by Geritze, the hooker of the Dutch team, and now Mol, which is moving forward towards the Belgian goal line. And here collapse, this is an advantage. Advantage for the players in the orange jerseys. Good individual action by Obiang Guema with number 1. And as said, Dutch team was playing in advantage, so they should have another penalty. Quite deep in the 22 territory of the Belgium. So that might be possibly another line out. Steven Fuchs, number 15 fullback of the Dutch team, that has moved the ball onto the 5-meter line. So Dutch will have another line out. Very, very close to the Belgian goal line. They choose another maul. So let's see now. But the Belgium seems to be much better organized. They managed to stop the pressure by Dutch. Now the maul is actually standing on the line, and now individual effort. And the first try of this tournament. Mart Geritze, very tall hooker of the Netherlands, is the author of the very first try. After 5 minutes of the game, Dutch team is taking the lead 5-0. So Dutch players have utilized their penalty, their line out. They decided to have a maul that was not really moving. It was a great work by the Belgian side, but then around the maul it was quite empty, no traffic, and this is something that Mart Geritze with the ball saw very well. He decided to go individually and managed to score the very first try of this Rugby Europe U18 Championship tournament. So good entry by the Dutch team into the first game. Now let's see if the kicker of the team, Jan Vassen, will add 2 more points. And a great kick. We can see the flags of the assistant referees were raised. It's 7-0 and kickoff by Belgium.
And the conversion was successful, number 12, Jan Vassen, and the score is 7-0 for Netherlands.
So long kick by the Belgian kicker and immediate answer. Kick back somewhere around the half of the pitch. Good chase by the Dutch backs, who did not allow a quick line out to be played. So the Belgian team is discussing about the best way. Tiemans throwing the ball in, and good catch by Wickham, Thomas Wickham. You can see moving ball from the Belgian side. Quite good pressure. Now the Dutch team is having issues actually to stop this body of bodies moving forward. And now the ball is out, and series of passes onto the right side to the right wing. This is Goutier. But the Belgian side is now losing the ball. There was a knock-on, signals the referee. So quite a promising action, starting with a very active work of the forwards, which managed to push the ball several meters forward, and then quick series of passes to the right wing. But unfortunately for the Belgians, there was a knock-on, so we'll continue with the Dutch scrum. Doing the ball, feeds the scrum. A very solid scrum. And that was a knock on by one of the chasing Dutch players, so advantage for Belgium. The advantage was not used. It was a very active defense from the Netherlands. And now scrum for Belgium.
Kom her!
To remind why this game is so important for the both teams, the winner is actually going to the semi-finals. If Georgia will be, if Georgia will manage their role of the favorite for their game, then the winner of this game should play against Georgia in the semi-finals. But what is important is that that team that wins this match will be placed at the 4th place at worst, while the loser will need to compete for the final 5th place. So this is the reason why this game is so important. Possibly it could be the most important match of the tournament for both sides. And this is something that the both teams are very well aware. In the meantime, Belgian side had issues. There was a knock-on by one of their backs, and so we can see another scrum, and Dorbol now is gaining a few more meters. Not so common to see scrum half slicing through the defense like we've seen, but very good approach by the Dutch side. So far it seems that Belgium is looking for their way how to be more active in their tackles and in their defense. Another good carry this time by Siep Falta. And quick hands, and this is a line out. Good tackle by Miguel Fajada, who's the right winger of the Belgian side. He managed to push Van Essen into the touch. Now we can see a player with number 11, Silver Van Essen, the wingman of the Netherlands, who was the last person with the ball in his hands before the ball went into touch. So we will continue with a line out. This time for the Belgium. And there was some miscommunication, but one of the Dutch players has dropped the ball. So advantage for Belgium, and I can't believe that Benjamin Rudek will try to find the way out of his own territory with a box kick. Great line out. Okay, so I was too early in giving the credit to the Dutch hooker and his team, because the line out was not straight as signaled by the referee. Free kick for Belgium. After 12 minutes of the play, the Team Netherlands is still leading by 7 points. We had quite an early try from the Dutch players that managed to utilize the series of penalties, and so far the Belgian side is looking for their way how to get through the defense of the Netherlands. And this is a great push and great pressure by the Dutch team. Now the forwards managed to get some 10 meters, 15 meters, and the ball is still continuing. Only at this moment the Dutch ball carriers at the ground, and this moment has been a bit more successful from the perspective of the players in the white jerseys, because there will be another scrum. Scrum at the center of the field for Belgium. Honest, I'm not taking the statistics of this game and the number of scrums, but we've seen quite many. So you can see that, yeah, of course, this is the first game. Players need to get into the flow, and also this match is very, very important, as we discussed earlier. So it's quite understandable that the players are quite nervous, and maybe their handling with the ball is not as they are used to. But promising attack on the left wing of the Belgium. Oh, the ball has been quickly recycled. Again, the back line. Okay, this is Fegria went into contact. Right prop of the Belgium. And a penalty. So this is again over of these offensive efforts by Belgium. Another penalty kick as clearly signalized by the main referee. Fajada, right wing of Belgium. That was the man we could have seen on the screen. So far made a very important tackle against the approaching Dutch team. And this is a really bold move by the Dutch, and this was rewarded by some more 10 meters. The Dutch players who are now in their Belgian 22. Belgium needs to be fast to organize in the defense. Another strong carry by the Dutch player. And Dornbos is again changing the side, trying his luck on his own on the right side. Fending of the defense. Great work by the Dutch scrum half. He has a good support of his teammate. This will be pick and go by the Dutch back. We might expect one more. Now Obiang Guema with the ball, going to the right. Possibly we will see one more attempt to go right around the rock. And issues with the ball, but that's another penalty. Penalty for Netherlands, and it might be even something more. Let's see what will. Now we can have a replay on this fantastic line-out move. That was a great work. We could see in the action Ilan Vassen, Dutch center, and a quick tap, and Dutch forwards approaching. That was Hackert. This is now a good. Is it going to be a try? No try. So there was a good work by the Belgian players. We're not able to stop the approaching Dutch forward, but they at least managed to prevent the ball touching from the try line. And therefore, as quite recent rule instructs, there will be goal line drop kick. And a very good kick, and definitely a relief for the Belgian defense, because Dutch were having a great opportunity to extend their lead, but now they are again posing a threat on the left side. Dornbol, this time passing, not keeping the ball for his own. So far we really need to give a credit to this player who has managed to get many meters. Now kick on the right side, and that was a knock-on, unfortunately for the Dutch team. Julian Van Santen has not managed to catch the ball properly. And we can see it on the replay. Quite a pity for Dutch side, but they don't need to be actually worried because they were playing the advantage. This is also why they decided to make this kind of risky move. And they will continue, and they will still possess the ball. We will see the first penalty kick on the posts of this game. from a similar position like we saw the conversion kick. Player with number 12, Ilan Fasen, will try to add 3 more points to the Netherlands. It was successful, as we saw in the first kick. Very similar angle, similar position. Let's see if he will have the similar success like in the first time. This was spot on. 10-0. 20 minutes of the game have passed almost, and the Netherlands is the side which has started the game definitely better. Team ranked at the 5th place is currently ahead of the 4th Belgium. And so far what we have seen in the game, the Dutch were dominating. Especially they were able to gain many meters when attacking. The Belgian defense has been reversing quite often. Looks like that the Belgian players are still looking for their way. They are still trying to get into the game, and that's why the score is 10-0 for the Netherlands. So far, well-deserved lead, but of course 60 minutes is ahead of us. So it's very early to make any conclusions. What will be definitely also important is the halftime talk. But now the Belgium is trying to get a few more meters by the upcoming maul. It was a good line out from their side. The maul is not really moving. And Belgium is losing again the ball. Scrum for the Netherlands. Kicks the ball high. Well received by Rory Eskew. He was immediately tackled but managed to maintain the position for his team. Now carried by Abid Musa Abid. Yeah, very good tackle. Number 8, Simon had no chance, and again very active defense by the Dutch team. The Belgian team has lost maybe some 10 meters when attacking. On the other hand, they created quite good pressure now, and that was a bit desperate kick by Steven Fuchs. And now also the Belgian supporters are quite, it's possible to hear them quite well, supporting their players. Now they feel that this is what their players need. Beautiful, lovely set play. And that was a very good defense by Robin Hackert from the Dutch side. And again the good Dutch defense, which is creating heavy pressure on the Belgian players, bears the fruit. And Dorrebol is kicking the ball out to the Belgian territory. But here, okay, this is now advantage The ball was knocked forward, if not mistaken, it's by Gabriel Dupontre. The Belgian lock that dropped the ball forward. Very good tackle by one of the Belgian defenders. Definitely great to see the passion of the both sides. Now, in the last couple of moments, we saw several very good tackles. Something that definitely was appreciated by the fans. On the cameras it doesn't actually look that way, but it's very sympathetic that there are many supporters from both Belgium and Dutch that find their way and traveled to the capital city of Czechia to support their teams. And issues in the line-out advantage for Belgium. Okay, there were two knock-ons. The first one was from the Netherlands, so Belgian scrum. Some 15 minutes before the end of the first half, we have still the Netherlands leading by 10 points, and Belgian players waiting for their first points. Benjamin Rudek distributes the ball, and a long kick into the Dutch territory. Backline was also ready, and quite harsh tackle move from the Fuchs, from Dutch fullback. No card for the shoulder charge, and a quick play by the Belgian side. Bit delayed support, but still managed to have the ball. A lovely move by the fly half Rory Askew. Into the right side from the Belgian perspective. Yeah, good carry by Simon. Quite static, and big tackle on Moussa Abid. And Miguel Fajada has dropped the ball, so Dutch line out will be the next action we will observe on the screen. Yeah, here we will see the replay of the charge made by Fuchs. You can see there was not really much attempt to catch the ball. I dare to say that he was quite lucky that it was just a penalty. And some issues in the Dutch line-out. And another up and under. And a very good catch by the Dutch player. Clear knock on. and some tension. There was a tackle made by Adrian Tiemans, the Belgian hooker that was tackling the Dutch player only a few moments after the whistle. That was probably the reason why the Dutch player has not been really happy and pushed back.
Pushing the ball, okay? Next one will be the singling. This is a PK against you, okay? Talk your team.
And we could hear that the referee has asked the Dutch captain to talk to his team to behave a bit better in the upcoming moments. And therefore the play will continue with the penalty for Belgium. Might be another opportunity for Belgium to get back into the game. They are losing by 10 points, which is not that much. And we can clearly see the captain Fernandez from Belgium ordering a penalty kick on the posts. And the Belgian kicker Rorescu will try to add the first 3 points to the score table for Belgium. Did not have the right direction. The score stays 10-0. And 22 kickoff from the Dutch team. That will be the next thing on the agenda of this game. The referee is just ordering the Dutch players to stay behind the kicker. And a good catch by the Belgian fullback, who returns the ball back. An advantage for Belgium. Belgium is getting penalty. Let's see one more time this action in the replay.
Contact?
It looked quite dangerous, more actually for the Dutch player. Let's see what will be the outcome of the discussion between the two referees.
Okay. Dangerous position here? Okay.
So just only for penalty, but told them it mustn't leave without any contact during the
Okay.
He didn't go for the ball, definitely.
He didn't go on the ball? Okay. Okay. As I saw it to play. Okay.
We can hear the testimony of the assistant referee Czechia, who has seen no intention in capturing the ball, just to tackle the player or hit the player in the air. Not sure what side he was referring to, but
as I saw, the first moment was knocked on by your player, and AR helped me to saw this was the player in the air, okay, and PK was yours, okay. He was white player and against number. No. And there's a PK, okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so the referee is changing his decision. It will be penalty kick for the Netherlands, and that follows what we saw in the replay. It looked more that the Belgian player has hit the Dutch player who was just catching the ball, and that's why the decision has been reassessed. Now a penalty kick that goes into the Dutch, close to the 10-meter line, and that will be another line out and another opportunity to shine for Marketa. Marketa has shown himself really definitely as a capable line-out thrower. Just remember what was a few moments before the try that scored. It was this long, very long line-out. but now we are some 30 minutes away from this, and it's another attack. Now going to the right side from the perspective of the Dutch team. Now Hagert, strong carry. And now again to the right side, again the forwards. This time Obiang Nguema. Apologies. Hagert again. Dutch team used now both of their strong props to prepare the scene for the backline. Ball again, changing the direction. And here it looked as a knock-on, but looks like it's still the Netherlands maintain the position. Very good work by the supporting players. Hagert. And Nguema. He passes the ball. Seems that he also a bit surprised his colleagues. So Dutch team went a few meters back. They will now need to regain the position.
Use it.
Hagert. He made like 3 carries in the last minute. If you also take into account how many scrums both teams need to attend, it had to be really exhaustive first half for the first row. And a good and patient work from the Belgian defenders. They put a pressure on one of the Dutch players who has not released the ball. In detail, we can see the hands of the juggler of the first Belgian player. Who contributed mostly to the penalty for the Belgium. Will this be a moment when the Belgium team comes into the game? Let's see. We have still a couple of minutes till the end of the first half of this game. Like I said, a very important match for both sides. Both sides, which are very close in terms of their performance, but so far this game deserved lead for the Dutch. But now blocked kick. Dorbol tried to make his typical box kick, but he was charged down. But most likely the player who was charging was running from the offside. It was player number 4, Dupontré.
Last minute.
Player that went, that is able to play for Belgium because of his residency, so he moved to Belgium.
Last minute play.
Was there for a couple of years, as we know what the rules in rugby allows, and that's why he's able to represent the players with the white jerseys. And the scrum collapsed. Most likely we will need to restart it, and the ball will stay in the hands of the Dorbol scrum half from the Netherlands. So one more scrum.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Stay.
Prepared set play from the Dutch backline. Against direction, Hagert. Very nice run. It was on the edge, but very well executed. And now individual action by the Dorbol. He kicks a little grubber. And this is all we have seen in the first half of the first game between Netherlands and Belgium. Very much expected contest of the two teams so far is definitely the Dutch teams, and the Dutch staff that can be happier with the beginning of this match, because Netherlands is leading by 10 points. It's not so big margin, but it is definitely, they have been definitely outperforming their foes. And let's see how will the Belgian team return after the halftime break. They have definitely many things to fix, and especially they need to fix and surprise the Dutch defense, which has been really active and performing well. Now we can see also the Dutch player number 9, Doorbal, first name Nick, who was one of the key players for the Dutch side and also this game, despite playing scrum half, so he's definitely quite tall for the scrum half, but not one of the biggest. Well played. And the set piece width followed by a chip or a kick and solid tackle. It was Musa Abiet who gave a hard tackle to the Dutch fullback. But now the Dutch team has get the possession of the ball, maintain it and tries to relieve, but again complication issues. There has been probably knock-on advantage signaled by the referee. The Belgians can continue, and now we can see again the proactive defense. Very hard tackles by the Dutch players who are hungry for a contact and collision. A little apology for technical issues. The time which was visible on the scoreboard was some 36 minutes, but of course we are now in the second half. We are starting the 3rd minute of the second half of this match between Belgium and the Netherlands. Like said many times, very important match for both teams. Basically, the team that will win, winning or losing, will determine whether the team will be successful and will bring at the worst 4th place or at the best the 5th place. This is how this tournament is built. It's basically a knockout. There are 8 teams. Just to have a little recap, after this game we will continue at 12:20 local time with the game between Portugal and Romania. After that it will be Georgia and Switzerland, and then at 5:20 local time the match which is fiercely awaited by the local fans, of course, between Spain and Czechia. So the scrums were quite balanced in the first half, but now it seems that there is some lacking energy on the side of Belgium. The Dutch team was able to push harder, and now they also pushed their opponents to make another handling error. There was a knock-on. Now the camera is showing us Mathieu Outier, who is the Belgian fullback. But the handling error had taken place a bit earlier. And therefore we have a scrum. Scrum for the Dutch team. And again, Dorbal starting the game. Okay, but that was a bit maybe too critical about the Belgian scrum, because they made a good pressure, good push this time. Now the Dutch team probably preparing for a good kicking position for the kicker. And here we see a long kick. Well prepared Belgian backline. Quick line out and the counter-attack. Fuchs, a good catch and very smart kick. But the referee is now blowing the whistle. It will be a penalty, and the Belgian team will still remain in possession. Probably there was an offside. One of the chasing backs from the Dutch team was ahead of the kicker, and this is something that was not left unnoticed by the main referee from Georgia, Mr. Hupak Gaperidze. And for the Belgian players, this is an opportunity to get 3 points. Quite good position in front of the posts. Since this field is a bit shorter, it's definitely less than 40 meters. Could be something around 30. So quite promising situation for the kicker Roriescu. He was kicking already once. He had already one penalty kick effort, which didn't go really well. It didn't hit the 3 posts, therefore no points till now. Here's the second chance. Roriescu, 37th minute, and the very first points for Belgium on this tournament. And the Belgian players for the first time in the game are getting closer to the Netherlands. Now the margin is 7 points. You can see the replay and the kicking ritual by Roriescu. Again, active tackling from the Dutch players. This is something that definitely every fan, whether watching at the stadium or at home by Rugby TV, needs to enjoy. Good work by the player who was catching the ball. He stayed on his feet as long, but now some issues, some good tackling on the other end from the Belgian side. Looks like that there was no forward pass. The game plays on. Kicking this time. No collision between the catching players. This is something we've seen at least twice. Some collision in the air, which was then penalized for one or either team. Another box kick by Dorbo, bringing the ball into the territory of Belgium. No, but it went straight, We will come back. And Belgium maybe some 5 meters from the 22-meter line of the Dutch team. So again, some opportunity. We've seen 3 more points, but otherwise the picture of this game has not been changing much. We can still see very active and patient defense of the Dutch team. Maybe Dutch players are not so much enjoying the ball. We're making it a bit harder from the penalty disciplinary behavior, and now we see again another mistake. The referee has stopped the game. They will need to play again. We can see signaling of maybe half of the team was showing to the posts and advising to decide for a penalty kick, because now of course the position is even better than it was last time when Roriescu was kicking. Now it's right in front of the posts, maybe 25 meters from them. So again, Roriescu putting the ball on the kicking tee, and if he's successful, then it will be 10-6.
Which number substitute?
Very small margin. So what has probably changed now in the first minutes, in the first 10 minutes of the second half, was the discipline from the Dutch players. Now they made 2 mistakes. Let's see if also the second one will be punished. And Escu hit it again. 10-6. And Belgium is back in the game. Let's see if this is going to be some kind of a wake-up call for the Netherlands. If they will increase their activity and build on their intensity, which they are demonstrating in this game.
Now 6-10 for Netherlands.
Escu played it safe, kicking right back after He caught the ball inside the 22 of the Belgian side. And the big hit. Very strong carry again by Ilan Fassen, the kicker of the Dutch team. He's playing really well in this game, and now we see another. It's now Hackert. Tackled hard by Abiet. Nguema, but he lost the ball. Counter-attack opportunity for the Belgian players, and that was a really good bounce, but not a good reception. We could see Celestin Gerard, who was with number 11, who was really anxious that he has not managed to catch the ball. The bounce was really in his favor. But unfortunately for Belgium, his hands were not as ready as the situation required. And now we have a short time is off. Probably there's a need to, in some cases, to ensure the legs are in the right condition. Okay. We'll continue by scrum, Dutch scrum. Like we could see also from the replay, Gerard made a knock on. So the Dutch team will continue with the ball.
Not early. Crouch! Bind! No. Stay up. Oh. Stand up. Stop bind early, okay? Give him space.
Ils sont morts de chez moi. Morts.
Set! No, stop, use it.
And again, the active defense by the Dutch team, that they managed to catch one of the players deep in the Belgian territory. Belgium still playing the ball. That's probably the most significant change we can observe in the second half, the possession. Belgians are playing way more, but now they need to defend the approaching orange players, and this time they were successful. They managed to push the player into the touchline. Replay, it was the number 8 that was pushed out into the touch. And beautiful replay of a small duel between Fernandez, the captain with number 12 of Belgium, and Casey Gabriel playing the number 8 for Netherlands. This time some handling errors. beautiful charge and advantage, penalty advantage for. Before we see the penalty, yeah, let's have a look one more time at the very fast charge. I guess it was the scrum half of Belgium, Benjamin Roddick, who charged down the Dutch player, put them under big pressure, and now the Belgium can enjoy the advantage of the penalty, which is being kicked by Rorescu, and now we are again getting at the 22-meter line of the Netherlands. And they mount to throw. So the ball is moving forward, slowly but still moving. And now penalty advantage for Belgium. There was a disciplinary issue from the Dutch players, and let's see what will the Belgian team decide to do. Okay, so again they will try to hit the posts from a difficult angle, but that's the way how the Belgian team was successful. And in the last 17 minutes they managed to score 6 points from 2 penalty kicks. Definitely more favorable position for the kicker, which is Rorescu. One of the players from Kituro club. In total 7 players from this team are in the starting list of 15 players in this game. This time he was not successful. The score remains 10-6. The Netherlands are still leading, and we are slowly entering the last 20 minutes of this match. Just to remind, this is opening match of Rugby Europe U18 Championship, the tournament that will last in total just 8 days. And at the moment we can see the first wave of substitution, and total 4 players, 4 backs in the orange jerseys are entering the field. And also player number 24 who got to the pitch but now need to go off the field. Probably some miscommunication on the Dutch bench. There are also some fresh pair of legs on the Belgian side, at least in the first row. We can see players with number 17 and 18, but now let's come back into the play, and very well played by or at least a big courage from the Belgian back, who was the first at the ball, but unfortunately he dropped it, and therefore a knock-on, another scrum for the Netherlands. Now we can see it in detail. Yeah, it was Rorescu who, based on the referee, dropped the ball forward, made a knock-on. So we can look forward to the upcoming test of the strengths of the new players that just entered the field. Scrum seems to be stable. Comfortable position for the Dutch scrum half, and now the backs can kick by Van Santen. He's not been seen that much in the first half. Now he's in the action. And a kick by SQ. Again, Van Santen. Fuchs and again Dorn ball. Now the ball is bouncing towards the left touchline. You can again see the overlap made by the Dutch team and Van Santen's individual efforts. Okay, the Netherlands can go on, and they are again using their back line. Apologies, that was one player from one of the flankers. So now it's more like the forward play, which is approaching meter by meter towards the goal line of the Belgium, and the ball was lost. On the other hand, let's see. Apparently no knock on. Belgian players can continue, and now they can release themselves from the defensive territory. And a good catch by Gerard. Rudik passes the ball and a long kick. So a little bit of kicking. The last kick we've seen was very well positioned. Took some extra time for the Belgian players to coordinate themselves and find the right spot. So now the Dutch team is approaching onto the left flank. Carrying the ball, 18 minutes to go. 18 minutes to go till the end of this match. Very important for the both sides, and now also from the score point of view, very balanced. The difference is just 4 points. The Dutch team has managed to build up their lead up to the 10 points during the first half, but now it was especially the discipline that helped Belgians to come back into the game and score 2 penalties. They could score even more, but there were 2 kicks that were missed by the Belgian kicker Rorescu, even though we need to admit that it was from a very difficult angle, and the Dutch team was much more passive in the first 20 minutes of the second half than we were used to from the first half, but it seems that now they are fully awakened and now they are trying to conquer the goal line of the Belgian team. They have now lined out in a very promising position, and it was not straight, unfortunately, for the Dutch team. Scrum for Belgium. I commented earlier, the winners of this game will play against either Georgia or Switzerland, where if there would be any betting company, let's say, setting the odds, then it would be definitely more in favor of Georgia. Georgia are actually the team that is expected to be the strongest. Let's see how they will perform in the harsh reality of the rugby match, but like I said, the team, the Netherlands or Belgium, that will win this game will qualify at least for the 4th place, while the loser will need to compete for 5th to 8th place. Belgian crowd has been awakening. We could at least hear here on the stadium. If you had a chance to look at the stands, you could also notice that there's one small group closer to the pitch, homogeneous group of navy blue tracksuits. So that's Team Romania, which has arrived for the next game that has kickoff at 12:20. 20 of the local Prague time. And in their first match they will play against Portugal. But now let's have a look back onto the game. This is Gerard and approaching on the left side of the Belgium. He decided to end up his action by a kick, which didn't seem to be really fortunate because the kick went in straight out. So Belgium is losing the game. Yeah, it was an attempted chip. So far, we've seen a lot of anger of this young man. Not being 100%, let's say, happy with his performance and the knock-on, but he's definitely trying hard. That's what we need to admit. But now another attacking action, offensive action by the Dutch team. Change of direction to the right side. Still Dornball, scrum half of the Dutch team, is at the field and distributing the ball like that many times. Important player, but this is a break by Wickham. Thomas Wickham approaching the goal line of the Belgian. He's been stopped some 6 meters away. And another attempt, this is Dornball. We haven't seen him in this half penetrating himself, the defense of Belgium. Now he has been trying, and most likely we will see the forwards attempting, and it's try. Second try for the Netherlands. Very important try. Victor Simon is the author of this try. And this is a really important one. We have just some 12 minutes remaining in the game. Netherlands in the second half has been slowly losing their 10-point lead. And this is something that is definitely very important booster. You can see the signalization, which is not really in line with the rugby spirit. The Belgian players have been noticing some kind of knock-on, but that's why we have referees. %. That's the success rate so far of Ilian Vassen.
Number 7 Tobias de Priele after his break, and then the conversion was successful.
So very good break and good reaction from the Dutch team that scored their second try, and now let's see what is going to be the answer from the Belgian players. 11 minutes till the end of the game. Score is now 17-6. So the gap is 11 points. That's more than one try with a conversion. Now, most likely Belgian players will need to play all in. If they don't want to get satisfied with just this, let's say, semi-final beast, so playing for the final 5th place. Dornball dashing onto the left side, still running with the ball. Now Belgian team then in the end tackled by his opponent on the Belgian scrum half, Benjamin Rudek, and Dutch team is continuing. So the Dutch player has managed to obtain the ball. Now the play is coming back. There was a penalty, violation of the rule from one of the Belgian players.
Captain!
And Lads will be kicking on the posts. Of course, this is something that makes perfect sense from their side. Now the time is running in their favor. With a kick they will get some additional seconds. The players can rest, and potentially they can also add 3 more points. Now the ball is being placed on the kicking D by no one else than Ilan Vassen, Dutch kicker, and I've been mentioning Dornball as one of the keepers, and I would say he is definitely the one as well. Maybe the best player of this match. What we've seen so far has been very strong in the offense and kicking very important points for his team, and he has not been mistaken again. Difficult angle, he's adding 3 more points. That's now 20-6. 14-point lead. That's 2 tries with conversion. So as the Dutch performance was a bit dropping in the beginning of the second half. Now they are back. Now they need to have the confidence because they have quite comfortable lead and the time is running in their favor, as mentioned many times. Just 9 minutes to go. This must be now really difficult for the Belgians. Couple of substitutions. We'll see new players in Belgian pack with number 21 Loic Potier and number 24 Esteban Housens. Let's see how these fresh players will change the rhythm of the Belgian play. Of course, Belgium will now need to focus on defense and especially the scrum first. The scrum is stable. And Dorreball again. And a beautiful float. And cooperation of the two players, Dorreball and Fasen, means another try for the Netherlands. And I dare to say that by this game might be over. Another quick try. Everything started with the number 8 and then a beautiful dummy by Dorreball, who then prepared a perfect position for number 12 Ilan Fasen, who was, of course, to give him the credit, at the right time, at the right place. He was supporting well, and of course now he can, as a reward, enjoy this very favorable kicking position right against the tee, right against the posts. Belgians are gathering there, ready to run immediately once Fasen's initiated his kicking ritual. He was successful, so another 2 points for the Netherlands.
Number 9.
And now we have substitution. Dorreball.
Number 7.
Time off. Minute of the second half.
Or at least this, I heard number 9 from the referee. Yeah, let's see how the things will settle. And another good tackle by one of the Dutch defenders. 27-6. That's the score. 6 minutes to go. And Belgium is now trying. But desperately. This is a counter-attack. Counter-attack by Rens Toerland. As Dorreball went off the field, now we can see a different scrum half in the orange jersey. And the play is stopped and offside. This was a replay showing us how the ball was lost from the Belgian attacking player. He was trying to prepare his hand for an offload, which made it quite easy for his opponent to get the ball. Rens Toerland then made some maybe 30 meters with the ball before he was tackled and prepared another very good position. Of course, it was difficult for the Belgian defense to then come back, organize well in the defense. When the team needs to return, when they need to go backwards, it's always more difficult and it's favorable for the attacking side, and this is what the Dutch team used. Forced another penalty from the offside, and now they have another maul, and they are again approaching to the goal line. And another try. So this is a very bitter ending for the Belgium. Let's just remind that most of the game it was, at least from the score point of view, balanced. In the beginning of the second half, Belgium managed to get just 4 points short from the Netherlands. But then the Dutch patience, activity and intensity paid off, and now they are scoring another try, rounding the score to 32-0. And let's see if Elan Fasen, who has been so far perfect in his kicking, will be also perfect with this quite ugly angle. Amazing. Wonderful kick. When he was actually about to kick, there was quite noise from the audience. But he has not gotten distracted and made another perfect kick. And as we can see, the referee of this game from Georgia, Mr. Chikaberidze, has ended this game, has ended the opening game of the Rugby Europe U18 Championship, which is held this year in Prague, Czechia. And very important game between the Netherlands and Belgium, between ranked 4th and ranked 5th team of the Rugby Europe competition, and the under 18 levels have ended up better for the Dutch team. And I really dare to say that the Dutch team has earned a well-deserved victory. For most of the game they were dominating. Their weaker part was, let's say, first 20 minutes of the second half, when the Belgium was more disciplined. They managed to shrink the margin of the Netherlands, but that was it. They have not managed to score a try. The players from the Netherlands did, and that's why the Netherlands is advancing to the semi-finals. The Belgian team will now compete just for the best 5th place. Now, in a few moments, we will continue with the interviews.
Music.
Okay, Mike Abrahams, the head coach of the Belgian side. It was a balanced game for most of the game, but it was a little bit bitter. How do you see the game now?
Yeah, I think it was a bit hard. We struggled really badly in the first half to get possession of the ball. We only had like a third of the possessions, and we weren't being pragmatic enough on the width. We had a game plan, ideas with the players. I think the environment, the situation brought it that they didn't really respect what we asked of them, and that first half kind of put us on the back foot for the second half. We had a great answer at the start of the second half, but obviously missing 6 points out of our 4 kicks just puts us again on that back foot, and then we're under pressure, fouls, and then obviously I think the last 10 minutes the Netherlands did a very good job at putting a lot more pressure on, and then they gave us that last little hard hit mentally.
So now you will unfortunately compete just for 5th place. Now I wonder how, let's say, big disappointment it is. So,
well, it's we've in the last 2 years we've been in the top 4, and we've always set a goal because of the way the championship works. We always set a goal of having 2 victories out of the 3. Obviously, very disappointing we lost the first game. Now we're going to have a half-day recovery, talk about the rest of the championship, and then aim for 2 victories on the next ones. And then obviously, you lose the first one, you can still win the next 2, and then finish top of the bottom 4. So that'll be our goal, obviously, for the rest of the championship.
Okay, thank you very much for the interview, and good luck for the next phase. Yeah, that was Mike Abrahams, the head coach of the Belgium, and now we have Dutch captain. Captain. How are you happy with the game, actually?
Yeah, of course, we started good. Then the start of the second half was a little bit rough, but we got some great subs in, and we ran over them. It was a big score. We're very happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, for the most of the game, I would dare to say that you were dominating because you had really good intensive tackles, but the score was still narrow, and then in the end it was started raining. So what made the change?
We had some issues with the discipline. They could kick at the goal, but at the end the discipline got good, and we kicked it in their half, and we scored. We finished it. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the next game, semi-finals, congratulations. Now possibly Georgia, or what do you think you're going to focus on in the second game?
Yeah, we'll win it. We will rest and prepare for our final, semi-final, and then we'll see what will happen. We're gonna play our best, and then we will see, and we will win.
Okay, congratulations and all the luck for the upcoming games. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coach, sorry.